Yo, what's up guys, Surgical Goblin here and welcome to this new episode. In today's video, as you guys see, I'm at 5,516 trophies right now. So in today's video, I will try to reach the Master of 3 League. But before I start with the video and show you guys what deck, well, you guys already saw it in the title. But anyways, I did want to quickly apologize for not uploading for I think already 3 or 4 days, like since my last video. But this week will actually be really busy, guys. Like, we have a lot of zero matches upcoming, so I will of course focus on that. And then whenever I have time, like right now, like in the morning, like I'm quickly trying to record this one. Just whenever I find time, like I will make sure to record a video for you guys. But anyways, guys, as you guys already saw, 2.9 Expo Cycle deck. So yesterday I actually tweeted out like tomorrow morning I will try to record a video. What would you guys like to see? And actually surprisingly, like I think like 6 or 7 replies were asking for 2.9 Expo. And then most of them actually also got like quite a lot of likes like on their tweet. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video, trying to, as I said, reach the Master of the League with 2.9 Expo Cycle deck. So this deck is definitely a little bit risky, guys. Like on ladder, it's definitely not like the best deck out there, or definitely not the most solid deck. Definitely a really fun deck though. Let's give it a thumbs up and let's give it a good luck. So in my opinion, Siege is actually pretty fun to play. With playing against Siege is actually pretty annoying. Like I'm pretty sure everyone, or like no one really likes to play against Siege. So looks like he also splits Archers in the back. So Archers doesn't necessarily have to mean a mirror match. Could also be, for example, more the Royal Hawks, like with Archers quite popular right now. A bunch of other decks, but looks like he actually has a Musketeer. So let's actually go with a Fireball. Hitting the Musketeer. Looks like it actually pushed it back to the other lane. So that actually worked out perfectly for us, because as you guys see, the Archer on the left side actually ended up getting a little bit of chip damage as well. Doesn't look much, but definitely helps chipping away. So usually with 2.9 Expo, I'm trying to not to be like too aggressive. Also, especially like for example in this case, like he was kind of patient, like with the Archer in the back. Okay, looks like he does go with a Fireball. So a little bit aggressive on his part. Let's actually set up an Expo right now. Let's see what he has. Yeah, I was about to say, hopefully he doesn't have a Giant. Looks like he actually does end up having a Giant, so it doesn't matter too much. Like this deck actually cycles pretty quick, guys, so we should try to outcycle him. Looks like he does go with his Lock, so let's actually go with the Ice Spirit. Not sure if that was needed. Looks like he also goes with his Zap, so I guess that was fine. As you guys see, next card is already Expo, so him going with Archers, Lock and Zap, like kind of, a little bit aggressive in my opinion. So let's actually try to outcycle him, like cycling Ice Golem and an Expo. Don't really want to cycle my Skeletons, knowing that he has a Mini P.E.K.K.A. I prefer to, keep my Skeletons for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. to be able to protect, the Expo. So let's set up an Expo right now. Let's see what he has in Cycle right now to be able to, I was about to say, to be able to counter this. So of course, looks like he actually did Cycle back, Wobbler on his part. So actually go with Skeletons. If he zaps, I will also, okay, looks like he goes with Archers. So looks like he actually does Cycle pretty quick, guys. I mean, he did of course go with like Archers, Lock, Zap, and I guess he already cycled back. But again, like this deck cycles so quick, so we will definitely try to, outcycle him while we can try to. If not, we might have to, maybe even draw this type of matchup. If not, just Lock and Fireball cycle. But let's see if we can get a connection, guys. Looks like he does go with his Wizard. Let's actually set up a Tesla over here. Hopefully the Ice Golem will be in time to be able to protect it. Looks like it was not. Let's actually go with a Lock over here for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Looks like he does go with another Giant. As you guys see, we do have another Expo cycle. We do need to watch out, because I'm pretty sure he will go with Lock Zap right now. Okay, let's actually go with the Ice Spirit, and let's actually set up another Expo right now. So again, we outcycled his Giant. Good for us. Let's actually go with a Tesla again. Looks like he does go with Mini P.E.K.K.A. Hopefully this time. Okay, looks like he went with a prediction Zap. So well played on his part. With the Zap, definitely really well played, allowing the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Musketeer to both kill the Expo and then also the Tesla. So went with the Ice Spirit here to be able to counter the Musketeer, and not sure what to do, to be honest. Looks like he's actually preparing for an offensive Giant. Okay, looks like he's not. So that's also actually a good thing with Expo. Like against this type of matchups, you can also in some situations, like you don't always have to pressure. Like in this case, like we're just like patient, like cycling Archers, fireballing a Wizard. In those type of situations, often like the Giant player will go aggressive. Like in this case, he went with his Giant, he went with his Fireball, everything. So in this case, like being kind of passive, like defensive, and then afterwards it allows us to go with our Expo. Him having a pretty awkward cycle. As you guys see, Expo does connect to the tower. He does go with a Giant. Pretty sure he does have Zap in cycle. Yeah, I was about to say, pretty sure he has Zap in cycle. So let's go with Skeletons. I guess he will lock this, but anyways, the Giant might still die. Let's actually set up another Expo over here, guys, to be able to pressure. Look at the first Expo still looking onto the tower. Second Expo is there. Let's actually go with a lock to be able to hopefully kill the Musketeer, allowing the Expo to lock on. As you guys see, it is locked on. Fireball will be able to finish it off. As you guys see there, left side tower does go down. So let's give him a good game. Let's give him a well played. And let's give it a thumbs up. So as you guys can see, like kind of straight, changing up like your strategy, like kind of changing up like your yeah, how to say this, like playstyle. Like for example, in this, oh, looks like we actually have a magical chest. Let's quickly open that one up. Looks like we don't get, okay, maybe, yeah, I was about to say, maybe actually legendary. Looks like we didn't get enough epics like the second time. So what I wanted to say about changing like your playstyle, like as you guys saw, like I was keep trying to outcycle him, keep trying to keep pressure, but I wasn't able to break through. So then I actually decided to be a little bit more passive, cycling archers in the back, fireballing, for example, the wizard or musketeer, I don't remember. Then afterwards, like he got kind of, not necessarily desperate, but he just went in like aggressive, like with the giant, with the fireball, kind of overcommitting, to be honest. And then afterwards, like knowing that he just spent his fireball, knowing that he just spent his giant, I decided to go with offensive expo. And then after that, that was basically a good game. So it looks like we found the second match already. Let's give him a good luck, or let's give him a thumbs up and a good luck. We start off with archers in the back. Looks like he starts off with his princess, and he also has a hawk rider, so let's go with a Tesla. So I guess, okay, looks like he actually went with a fireball. Let's actually go with an X-bow over here, guys, to be able to hopefully kill the princess. Okay, looks like he actually goes with his barbarian, so let's actually go with a fireball, hitting everything including the princess. Let's actually go with a prediction ice spirit, just in case he, for example, has, okay, looks like he has goblin, so let's actually go with a look, a little bit late on the look, but anyways, I will try to protect the X-bow as long as, or as much as possible, especially in single elixir. I often feel like the X-bow, like if the X-bow connects, you might, or that might be the only X-bow connection you will get the entire game, excuse me, depending on the matchup, of course. But in some matchups, like if you are able to get an X-bow connection, like in this case, bring down the tower to 657. Often you don't need anything else, like you just need, for example, in this case, like 2 fireballs and 1 lock. So it looks like he went with a zap for the skeletons, protecting the princess. That was well played on his part, yeah, allowing the princess to get a little bit of more hits in. Not to worry about this main horde, to be honest. Like I often see people like kind of overreacting on a main horde, but main hordes actually, I mean, it can definitely be devastating. Like in this case, the kite didn't really work, but anyways, we didn't, or we only took yeah, like 200 damage. Do need to watch out with princesses. I'll actually go with an expo like this, like a little bit high, to be honest, but in this case, like if he has a fireball, he won't be able to fireball the right side tower and the expo, so that's why I decided to place it in this position. So it looks like we're up against some kind of, I'll definitely fireball this, by the way, even though he does have barbarians and he does have main horde. This way we can just finish off the game with a fireball lock in the end game. So let's actually go with a lock over here to be able to kill the goblins, hit the tower, allowing yeah, the lock to be able to take down the tower into fireball range. So honestly, right now the only thing we need to do is yeah, defend, guys. Let's split archers. I'll actually set up another expo, so it looks like he does split barbarians. I honestly might just fireball those 2 barbarians and then cycle back to another one, like trying to keep it for the main horde afterwards. So let's actually go with a fireball onto the right side tower to be able to take it down, to be able to kill those barbarians. Looks like the expo will be able to take care of the other set of barbarians. Let's actually split skeletons, ice spirit. Let's go with a lock over here. Let's actually set up another offensive expo. I mean, it's okay to keep up the pressure. In this case, like as you guys see, he goes with barbarians. We can fireball those. Let's go with the ice golem. Expo is able to connect. Let's go with the archers over here. Ice spirit, because the ice golem and of course the archers will be able to deal a little bit of damage towards the minions. So as you guys see, expo is still quite healthy. Still taking away the tower, and honestly this might be a second tower game. Let's actually go with ice spirit. Let's go with skeletons, fireball to the tower. Expo is still looking onto the tower, but as you guys see, unfortunately not enough time, but still really low. Yeah, the left side tower as well, down to 321 HP. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a well played, and let's give him a thumbs up. So awesome matches so far, guys, and we're already at 5,575 trophies, so only 1 more win and we will be able to already be in a Master 3 League. So I would say let's jump into the next match and hopefully the last match. Let's see how we're able to do. Looks like we're facing Pompeo, not the real one though, but let's give it a thumbs up and let's give it a good luck. So we started with Fireball, Ice Golem, Lock, and Expo. Looks like he started with Barbell, Goblin Barrel towards our tower. So Lock, of course, best counter to that in our hand right now. Also with this like deck, like sometimes I actually use, for example, like often I see many people, well actually I used to do this as well, like as a bait player. Like for example, baiting out the Lock, like sending a Goblin Barrel towards the tower and then going with like Goblin Gang Knight, like to be able to counter the Expo, for example. But you can actually counter, for example, the Expo also with like Archer's Ice Spirit, Archer's Skeletons, and then you can just go with the Lock like offensive. Okay, looks like he does go with his rocket. Well played on his part, so we do need to watch out, yeah, with rocket value. But I mean, this deck cycles so quick, guys. We can definitely try to outcycle him. I'll actually end up going with a high Tesla. Looks like he actually goes with a tricky barrel, so let's actually go with an Ice Spirit over here. Ice Spirit. Oof, that was actually really close, guys. Actually, if I didn't Ice Spirit that actually would have been going to the King Tower. Definitely a misclick on his part. Or maybe he thought like I would be able to counter, but imagine like I ignored it. I actually went with Ice Spirit thinking that was a good placement, but he actually ended up, yeah, as I said, missing. So let's actually split archers again, so I'm not too worried about not being able to outcycle him in double elixir. I mean, he does cycle pretty quick as well, but let's actually go with Expo over here, guys, and let's see what he drops. So even if he goes with Rocket over here, the Expo still should be able to kill the... Yeah, I was about to say, still should be able to kill the princess. And as you see, also is able to kill, or not kill, deal a little bit of chip damage towards the left side tower. As you see, with the help of the archer, brings it down to 2,761 HP. So definitely a really solid matchup over here, guys. I mean, we cycle so quick. We have multiple answers to his Goblin Barrel. And here I'll actually try to outcycle his rocket. So let's actually go with a Tesla offensive. Let's actually go with an Expo. And let's actually have the lock ready because I'm pretty sure he will go with his Goblin Gang. Maybe even here. Okay, looks like he actually goes with his Inferno Tower. So let's actually go with a Fireball, trying to take down the Inferno Tower, allowing the Expo to, yeah, I was about to say, to be able to lock on for a little bit. Tesla, of course, that's also a great thing about Tesla in this deck. Since it's underground, like, it often, in this case, like, for example, didn't die to the Rocket. In other situations, of course, like a Fireball or whatever doesn't, affect it at all. Let's actually go with a lock right now. I honestly might have to go with offensive Fireball, but it depends. Let's actually go with an Ice Spirit. Yeah, I was about to say predicting the Inferno Tower, so let's then go with a Tesla. Inferno then will be able to lock onto the Tesla, and as you see, with the help of the Tesla, we'll be able to kill the... Oh, looks like it actually locked onto the tower. He might actually have to rocket this, guys. I'm pretty sure he will end up rocketing this, but that, yeah, that's definitely a good game, guys. As you see, we already have a new Expo in cycle. So let's go with the Expo on the left side tower. As you see, we just cycle so quick. As you see, it actually does end up locking on. Let's go with the Ice Golem protecting the Expo. Expo will be able to finish off the left side tower, so let's give him a good game, let's give him the well played, and let's give him a thumbs up. So, of course, definitely a really hard counter for me, in the last match, but still a really nice episode. In my opinion, definitely some really solid games. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, hopefully you guys could learn something from it. Hopefully next time, like, if you guys would like to see another 2.9 Expo Cycle deck video, I would love to do that, because, for example, I would also like to show you guys, like, how to, for example, beat, like, Golem decks, stuff like that, because actually a lot of people have been asking me, like, how to beat, beatdown decks, like, with Siege decks. Well, we did face a Giant deck, like, the first game in this episode, but against, for example, a Golem deck, I do actually have some kind of like strategies like in single elixir. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys know this, but for example, if he cycles, let's say, like a Baby Dragon in the back, Night Witch in the back, which is of course like a 4 elixir card, he won't be able to, if you then like right away after seeing like the 4 elixir card, like for example opposite or even same lane, like go with an Expo, he won't have enough time to drop his Golem. Like if you're almost sure like that he has a Golem deck, then he won't have enough time to go with his Golem. So that's definitely kind of like a good strategy to be able to get an early Expo connection on, like onto the tower. But hopefully I will be able to show that like in any future episodes. If you guys would like to see another 2.9 Expo video, let me know in the comment section down below, of course. But anyways, guys, this will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye, guys.